Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream today. I hope that I'm back for everybody. I know Claude is saying there that I seem to be frozen. I did seem to be frozen on my end as well, but since I restarted, it looks like I'm here for me. Yeah, looks like it just came back. Yes! Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you here. I'm very tired. I am very tired. Yes, I'm back. That is good. Jack Barnator is back. Okay, and Kibby's here too. Hello, Kibby. Good morning. Welcome to the stream. You're up early. This is very early. It shouldn't be early for me, but and I even went at a relatively sensible time of soccer stream last night, and I was like, no, I will go asleep. I will go asleep so that I can be awake on my stream tomorrow. And then I went and took ages to get to sleep, and then woke up again, and then took ages and ages to get back to sleep again. So I only woke up again like 2 minutes ago. Oh well, sail again. At least it does mean that at least it means that I didn't like sleep longer and wake up like in half an hour when everybody would have been like, "Where are you? Why there's no stream?" So could have been worse. Could have been worse. Okay. Keep says, yeah, I went to sleep really early. Yeah, fair enough. Early to bed and early to rise. Somebody's got to do it, I guess. Just because I can never make it work does not mean that it's not a good idea. Looks like Sarah is also having a little sleep there in the comments. So, yeah, maybe I'm not the only person who is feeling a little bit like like a zombie. Okay, but we do have lots to do. Remember the YouTube thingies? Yeah, I think everybody here is probably already subscribed, but do remember to like the stream so that other people can see it, other people know that you like it, and the algorithm knows you like it, and other people thus will get shown the stream, can join us, and we can then be our weird selves at a whole bunch of new people, because that's always entertaining. Okay, so with the YouTubey things out of the way, I'm going to suggest that we go on to our first sprint, which is, as usual, going to be a shorter one. We're going to do 10 minutes so that we can all get files out. I can have a look at that leaning tower of microphone and set that up properly so that it doesn't like fall over onto me at some point during the recording. And you can prepare for your day in whatever way you need to. So I'm just gonna, yes, sprint, yes, exactly. So just gonna pop into the files. I'm gonna grab this and Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. Sorry about the brief interruption to the stream there. I hope that everybody managed to come back okay after that. Yeah, I have managed to caffeinate, medicate, grab a bite to eat, and be generally ready to start on my work proper. How did you do this sprint? Did you get anything done? Oh, oh dear. Did a thing with that. Mm-mm-mm. So, how are you all doing? How are you all doing with your writing projects? What are you working on this morning? Hello, Sarah, still here. Says yay, caffeine. Yeah. Yeah, it's important. It helps. It's not sleep, but sometimes substitute it a little bit for it. What are you working on this morning, Sarah? Are you doing some writing? Are you doing some productivity? What can we help you with this morning? Kibby, if you're still out there, do let us know where you are at. Last I heard, you were very deep into your, I think, second draft. You certainly seem to have a lot of novel under your belt. Love to know if that is finished, if you're still on it, if you're still switching projects. How is it going? I am finishing the very last of the Doom tables. I had one table, and then I had another table, and then another table, and then a whiskey drink, lager drink, cider drink, and etc. Yeah, it's taken a while to get through these bloody tables, but I'm nearly there. I'm just gonna finish it this morning. Claude says, I struggle to let go of my previous story to do a proper rewrite, but getting there. Yeah, rewrites are hard. Rewrites are hard because, you spent so much time getting to where you were the last time, and then it's like, oh, letting go of that work. Deleting. Spend hours rewriting that sentence. God damn it. And then you decide that plot point doesn't need to be here at all. I do find that sometimes junking it into another file first is easier than just deleting it straight off, and that way you can bring it back if you need to. I very rarely do once I've decided to get rid of something, but sometimes it is useful to have it there and have that space to help you let it go. Sarah says, honestly, I'm watching while working, so not my own project, but I'm working on technical cross-reference, mostly spreadsheets. Oh, tables, my old nemesis. Yeah, technical cross-references sound delightful, especially if there's somebody else's. But hopefully we can speed you along through your workday by being a bit entertaining in the background. Claude says, I have about 10 documents. I never delete anything. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, better to have that than to have one document that can fail or get deleted accidentally and not be able to reconstruct it from things. Claude says, I love spreadsheets. Sarcasm or genuine passion for spreadsheets? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I don't know you well enough to know the difference. I know that you write like sort of thriller type stuff, so you could be into some fairly weird stuff, including spreadsheets. Actually, the terrible thing is, they're useful. I did a murder mystery thing over the Christmas, and ended up solving the mystery basically by creating spreadsheets which cross-referenced information about all of the different suspects and all of the different murder victims, and looking for patterns. It it does help. It does make information fit together in ways that it doesn't usually, in ways that Venn diagrams can't quite hold. And if you write out longhand, it's hard to hold all the details in your head. A spreadsheet is actually really, really useful. I don't think I'd go so far as saying I love them. I need them. I use them. Not sure I love them. It's like it's kind of like a marriage, but like a mountain goats marriage. Like you are coming down with me, hand in a lovable hand. I hope you die. I hope we both die. Ooh, shouldn't say that on YouTube, should I? Well, they haven't blocked the mountain goats yet. And the great thing about not being monetized is they can't demonetize me. Yeah, 100% genuine. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They're useful. Find excuses to do them on all subjects. Yeah, you're probably much more organized than I do. I try to find it right until the last second. Spreadsheets are a pain. The pivot tables are useful. Oh, pivot tables. Like, you can do like the magic Excel things. That's cool. That's handy. RPG character sheets are created from scratch with spreadsheets. I'd rather not count. Now, spreadsheets are really useful for. Oh, you keep finding. You keep finding the reasons why I just can't quit spreadsheets. The game that I'm playing tonight, we have all of our characters on one spreadsheet. Which is kind of handy because we're playing Fate, and that means that we can all see each other's stats and make suggestions about what aspects people should use in a scene and that sort of thing. So it works. It works. I hate it. I hate that it works, but it works. Oscar's here. Hello, welcome back to the stream, Oscar. What are you working on today? We are talking currently about the joys and the terror of spreadsheets, and why we love them, why we hate them, why we use them, all of those things. I don't know how we got onto the subject, but that is a thing that happened. Claude is going. Bye bye, Claude. Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Work well. All those things. Sarah says, I have to be able to do the complicated stuff with a lot of technical info and electronics info. Yes. This is a good thing, being able to manage all of that data. I probably should be able to do pivot tables because I have often been called upon to manage lots and lots of very complex data, but I just never got around to learning. So maybe you could teach me one day. Oscar says, just writing a mental breakdown scene as one does. Oh, interesting. What kind of mental breakdown? What's happening to your character? I mean, obviously they're having a very bad day, but do tell us. Do tell us. I don't use spreadsheets, but I have 3 journals that I use daily. Yeah. I like a bullet journal. Bullet journals are good. I don't use it as consistently as I should. Though I rag on spreadsheets, I have legitimately used project management software to manage my life at times. So maybe I shouldn't be so quick to judge. Yeah, I can see 3 journals being a thing, depending on what the setup of your life is like. I have very often had split for sort of work or academic stuff and then one for personal stuff. And if you had a project on top of that you were using the journal to manage, I can see that being a useful way to do it. Means that you only have the relevant information in front of your face at any one time. The thing that brings me a cropper, though, is if I'm planning across of uh, a couple of different journals, then I need a calendar as well that unites the two, because otherwise I double book myself. Oscar says, after uni said bye bye to Excel. Not my playground. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I thought that I was going to be able to, but no. I keep getting identified as the one person in the office who can work the damn thing. So, yeah, it's always like ending up managing the makeshift database of wherever I'm working. One day I will learn the fancy stuff. I can do formulae and all of that thing. That's just the pivoty bit is the bit that I go, ooh, that looks like witchcraft. All right, I think that we've nattered for long enough. I think that we should go and do another sprint. We're gonna go to the 25-minute sprint this time. So get ourselves ready. Stretch, get your hands on the keyboards. Gonna pull up. Timer. 3, 2, 1, and sprint. Welcome back, everybody. How are you doing? How are things? So up, break time, stretch, hydrate, save your work, all of those things. Do those things. I had a good sprint. I got quite a lot done. I'm nearly done with the coding bit. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oscar says a breakdown relates to a rather political topic. Not sure a casual stream is for that conversation. Don't want to get people angry at you, whatever side you fall onto. Oh, you wound me. I'm curious now. Honestly, I think that most people who would have a problem with me because of my political views probably have a problem with the rest of me anyway. But if you don't want to find out if you're one of those people, or if you don't want to find out whether somebody else in the chat is one of those people, then yeah, I'm not going to push you into revealing anything that's potentially contentious. But I'm quite chill with having politics on the stream. We've talked about politics here before. It's the way the world is. Politics is something that's kind of hard to avoid for a lot of us, I think. I mean, there are, in fairness, if you're gonna start, I don't think that you're going to start off with something that I would be deeply objecting to. I would be very surprised, given things that you've said before, given things you seem to be chill with, that you're gonna like suddenly come out and go, it's the giant conspiracy, which is totally also true in the real world and is due to some minority that is controlling everything, which is the thing that you get horrified about one of your audience members bringing up, and suddenly it turns into a thread of protests against public health measures. And yeah, I don't think anybody's going to do that here. Hayden says, hello, I'm ill again, so I can stay the entire time again. Yes! I mean, I'm so sorry to hear you're ill, Hayden, but it's always good to have you for the whole stream. It's really nice to see you. You are cool. We have covered just about everything that we possibly could at this point, except maybe how to give our characters happy lives. Yeah, but conflict is required for drama, and conflict rarely makes characters happy. Oh, you want to open the box? Okay, it's on the topic of abortion. Like, yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, wherever you stand on whether you think people should be allowed to have abortions, I generally think that is a decision for the pregnant person and their doctor. But it's a thing that can potentially be traumatic. It's a difficult physical thing to go through, especially if it's later on in gestation. It's something that the people around you might feel strongly about. It's a thing that your religion, if you are a part of one, might have a strong opinion on. There are lots of reasons why somebody might be having a distress reaction to that. It's a difficult decision. Nobody has one of those for fun. So yeah, that's some really really real stuff. Interesting. We've got some people writing on some pretty heavy topics here. If it gets too shall we say specific, I will go back and age restrict the stream after, because I don't want people to be and add a content warning, because I also know that as a thing that causes a lot of people distress, any kind of thing like that, it's sensible to have something to tell people, hey, if you don't want to have a listen to this, maybe this is not the stream for you. Hayden says, I'm sick. Jack says, yes. Don't mean it like that. He said he was going to be here for the whole stream. And Hayden understands. Hayden is laughing at me. Oscar says that they had an abortion in the past, also currently pregnant. Oh boy, that is, yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy. I hope that this is something that is either helping you to process something or something where you are far enough away from it that you can use your feelings on the subject in a way that ain't gonna hurt you. I think a lot of the most powerful writing comes from personal experience, even if your character's experience ends up not being exactly what you went through. You can kind of tell when somebody knows. BC and Sako have talked about writing from experience on trauma, and yeah, you bring a sensitivity to a subject that you just wouldn't have if you hadn't been there yourself. CB! Hello, CB. How are you? How are things? What are you working on today? We've got Hayden, someone writing a political book that has spoken at length with people on both sides of the aisle. I personally feel like it's none of mine or anyone else's business unless someone asks for advice. Yeah, that is. I think that it's one of those instances in which a decision that should be personal has got way too politicized in a lot of places. CB says, I'm a bit on the side of demented. Like, I'm usually on the side of demented. But I am on the side of the demented, and I am on the demented side myself. Where are you? What are you? Have you not slept very much, or are you a little bit like full of things? I got word yesterday that I have to move. This is not the kind of thing that can be sprung on a person with a care package. Oh no, that sucks. That sucks. Like, I don't know if you're in kind of council accommodation or privately renting, but I hope that you've got like a social worker or somebody that you can talk to about that, to like, because I know that is a giant hassle with all sorts of paperwork and mess, and oh, it's so stressful finding a new place right before your exam too. Yeah, I know you got your music exam coming up. That's not what you need. Oh, I'm so sorry, CB. I hope that you find somewhere quickly and the move goes okay. Sleep? Question mark? Yes, some of us sleep sometimes, Aiden. And there is a minimum. There is a minimum below which you go a little bit weird. Well, it's where you lie down, usually, at night, usually, and alternately be unconscious and vividly hallucinate for a few hours. I mean, I assume that I do the vivid hallucination thing, given that my brain still works normally, but I don't really remember my dreams at all. Probably because my schedule's so all over the place. Oof. Hope that goes well, CB. Yeah. Got some well wishes in the chat for you, CB. Housing Association have allocated somewhere, and I'm to view it on Thursday. Okay, well, at least you got a place that potentially you don't have to go looking for a new one. But yeah, that's a whole lot. That is a whole lot. Oscar says, sound out to all the daytime horse sleepers out there. What's a horse sleeper? I've not come across that term. That I call that writing. The unconscious part is new to me. Well, I mean, you don't remember that bit because you're unconscious. It is definitely very useful for writing if you can remember it. I know Kibby, who may or may not be in the chat there somewhere, is somebody who writes a lot from her dreams. She remembers lots and lots of dreams, and she has recurring dreams. So she has made them into the plot of her series, which I think is super super cool. Yeah, I very rarely remember enough of that, and when I do, it don't necessarily make a whole heap of sense. I've had one set of recurring dreams ever. It was when I started out working in mental health, and I had a lot of dreams about being involuntarily committed. I think if you're working in the area and it's something that you see and you have empathy, it's gonna get to you on some level. And I guess that was where it got to me. I had to process it somewhere. CB says best wishes for Thursday. Yeah, I hope it is a nice place. I hope you have lovely neighbors. I hope that it is clean and spacious and all of those things. I think I copped that at the time. CB says because they're doing a lot of work in this building. Yeah. Well, I guess at least the upside of that is you're not going to be there while there's like drilling next door, because possibly that would suck even more doing a music exam if you're like every time you're starting to do something it's like I had a bit of that over the summer. I'm here trying to write, and next door was like, let's get all the DIY work done ever. We gotta replace the roof. And so there was jackhammers and everything. They took down a wall somewhere, and yeah. So hopefully the next place is going to be nice and quiet. Sleeping standing up, sleeping like a horse. Oh, that's cool. I never heard that expression. That's a good one. I've never managed to sleep standing up. Sitting up, I can manage. Standing, nope. CB says, I've only remembered one dream. It was a 9/11 premonition. Oh, wow. That's heavy. Wow. When was that? How old were you? Because we're not that far apart in age from what I remember. You must have been only a kid, like. Whew. Yeah, tell us more about that, CB. Oscar says, watch my mom have a mental breakdown. I was about 8. They were dragging her, kicking and screaming, saying they need to put her in a mental institute. See why you have nightmares. Yeah. When I've seen the process, thankfully hasn't been quite as bad as that. I'm sorry for what happened to your mom, and I hope that she was able to find some peace and recovery. But yeah, it's a scary concept. Both the idea of being that unwell and the idea of somebody restricting your choices in that way it's quite scary. Touch wood and good vibes between us and all harm. I have a choice. I can move temporarily or make it permanent. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah. I guess if that were me, I'd be thinking, on the one hand, if it's temporary, I have to do the moving thing twice. On the other hand, depends on how much you like your your current location, current neighbors. Are you near things that you like? And is this or is this a better location you're going to be moving to? Will they let you make the choice after you've settled in? That would be nice. Might be worth asking them, because sometimes you think a place is going to be awful, but then turns out it's cool, or vice versa. Oscar says she's fine now. She didn't want to take her thyroid medication at the time. Oh yeah, thyroid messes with your brain. Yeah, you can get quite manic if it's too high. It's not good for you, but I'm glad that she's now feeling better, because that's tough. That is tough. Hormones mess you up in the most surprising kind of ways. Hayden says he used to dream vividly. I've had one or two in the last few weeks. It's been months since dreaming was a nightly occurrence. Lots has happened since then. Huh, interesting. Your sleep schedule can be a thing there. If you've changed and you're waking up. Basically, if you wake up when you're in REM, that's rapid eye movement, that's where you have most of your dreams. If you wake up while you're in REM or at the end of an REM period, then you're going to remember your dreams better than if you wake up in a different sleep stage. Waking up in REM is actually quite good, even though you might be annoyed that you missed part of your dream plot, especially if you're using it to write. But because it's a lighter stage of sleep, then a lot of them you often feel better after you wake up, if you wake up from the dreaming stage. Big choice, CP. Yeah, big choice. Had the dream 2 weeks to the day before 9/11 happened. I was almost 19. So my birthday is 6 days after 9/11. Yeah. Oh man, I can't imagine what that would be like. I have had one dream that was what they might call a sharp dream, or potentially premonition, and thankfully it was something much less heavy. Heavy is the word of the stream. Than that. It was when my mother was pregnant, and I had a dream of a little blonde girl, which at the time I was like, yep, that's the baby. That's going to be the baby. You can have a girl. And yeah, uh, she is both a girl and blonde. So, I mean, I had a 50% shot on the sex. And blonde, well, we were all blonde as kids, so it was a reasonably statistically good thing. But yeah, there wasn't anything elaborate. It was just I saw her in the house, like wearing one of like a recognizably hand-me-down outfit from that had passed through me and some other relatives. So it was like, oh yeah, she's one of us. Not sure. Not even told my clarinet teacher yet. Yeah. We'll figure. Oh no. Everything going around. Okay. Yeah. Well, take your time. Do what you gotta. Talk to us if you need to. We are here for you here on the stream. I had a messed up premonition too. Unfortunately, about my cat. Voice kept telling me she's gonna die. Worse because I was awake. Oh, that's scary. Yeah. She was hit by a car 10 minutes before the last voice screamed at me. Oh man, that's scary stuff. Yeah, I've never had anything like that when I was awake, but yeah, that's pretty creepy. Pretty creepy. Oh, poor cat. Yeah, poor cat. I'd never been to New York at the time. My mother and I were flying over Manhattan on broomsticks with Harry and Draco for some reason before I started reading fan fiction. Oh, cool. And then airplanes, presumably. Oh, yikes. Seemed like it was a nice dream right up until the unfortunate terrorism prohibitions. Hey, welcome to the stream. How's my thesis? My thesis is moving along. I actually need to get back into doing another sprint soon, but I am nearly finished with the table writing aspect, and I can get into properly just like writing words. I'm looking forward to that bit because so sick of tables. Sako says, "Hey Jack." Hey Sako. Yeah, you don't want to know how long I failed to sleep after I was talking to you last night. But we are here. We are here. We are moving. We are writing. We are doing things. I hope that you had a better night's sleep than I did. We should talk about some more happy things, huh? Look, I've accepted that my stream is a stream where we talk about like madness and death and our search histories and heavy topics at times. That's apparently that's what we do here. I'm okay with it. If you folks are okay with it. Got to Madison Square Garden. There's a massive crater in the ground. Twin Towers, 11 bucks from MSG. Oh wow, yeah, that's weird. That is weird, especially if you've never been there before and you don't know the lay of the land. Oh yes, been at the tables for a while. Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, I'm nearly there, and then I can finish writing the results section, and then the rest of it from here on out is pretty much just writing about what I've written. There's less cross referencing and stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. Be sorry for me, Sako. Puppies, bubble baths, ice cream, pancakes, fresh bedding. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, etc. Hayden says, last clear premonition I had took place shortly after January 1st, 2021. Capital was fine 1 minute, literally a blink later. I'd say the IRL results were much better than my dream. Yeah. Okay, well, keep us posted if you ever like manage to like have a premonition about like lottery tickets or anything. Do tell us. Keep us posted. Yeah. Okay. Dire premonitions aside, let's get on to another sprint. I'm gonna pull up a timer. And we're gonna go again in 3, 2, 1, and sprint. everybody. And we are back. Let's have a look. Oh, I told my mum the lottery ticket numbers when I was a kid. She didn't use them. Oh, no. Oh, well, I hope you get them again someday. If it could happen once, who knows? I need to decide whether I'm beta reading or writing. First one, then the other. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, maybe. Happy sprinting, all. Got 5 out of 6 numbers right. 1 number off by 1. Oh, so close. So close. Would have won some money with that. Yeah, maybe you should start playing the lotto. So not full price, but 20 to 40K or something at the time. Yeah, that would have been handy. I remember her saying, yeah, but you got one wrong, didn't you? Yeah, still 20K. She's just saying that to make herself feel better about not buying the lottery ticket. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I was talking to my madre. Hey, good to see you, Casey. Always good to have you whenever at a stream you happen to show up. Good morning. Bit late because I slept in, but still here. Welcome. Very welcome, one and all. Decided to cook instead. Start by reading next sprint. Legit. Assuming, of course, that I don't run out of breath first. Yeah, well, take it easy on yourself. You are ill. Just because you're here doesn't mean you have to work. Like, self-care sprints are also a thing. My new laptop, the HubSpot, should be here today. I'm gonna instantly download Sims 4, lol. Yeah, awesome. Good to see some gaming. That'd be fun. Hayden is making some homemade chicken noodle soup. Awesome. That's good when you're sick. Chicken soup fixes a lot of things. CB says 80 words. Well done, CB. That is some good work there. Clean my desk was stressing me out. Looking for some documents about an obscure painter. There's a big influence on the artist I'm doing a project on. Yes. Research, clearing the decks, and a bit of research. That's good. It's a nice prep stream. Good job on that. Arguably, cooking is self-care. Definitely, cooking is self-care. Yeah, and eating also self-care. It's good. Got to do those things. I think things like cleaning are also self-care. Anything that makes your life keep ticking over. CB prefers tomato soup. And tomato soup's pretty good too. Yeah, I like minestrone's got a bit of pasta in with the tomatoes and stuff. It's quite nice. Amazon has the base game online. Game code for sale only $4.99 through the end of the day. Exciting! Well, if anybody wants to buy the Sims 4, that is a good tip for you there. Emma says, I found cooking good for digesting thoughts about my work in progress. Well, yeah. Yeah, thinking while you're cooking. It's a good time to think. It's good. In says, I make tomato soup if we had tomatoes. Yeah, you got to work with what you got in front of you. And if that is chicken and noodles, a chicken and noodle soup is a good thing. Yeah, I am clawing my way through the last bit of this thing that I want to do. I keep finding bits that I have to go back and correct, but I will press on and I will get there. And then I will get to do something else. And that is terribly motivating right now because this is very boring. Oscar wants tomato soup. Yeah, legit. Tomato soup is good. Barbecue pulled chicken I made in my slow cooker last week and froze. That is good work past CB. I love pulled chicken. I love barbecued food in general. It's very tasty. And slow cookers are my favorite. They're just, I love being able to put something in a slow cooker and then just leave it for the day. That is great. And then the whole house smells amazing. And you have food when you want it. And it's really easy to make loads of it so you can freeze it for later. That's some quality work past CB. However, if the laptop arrives before Hubs gets home, he made me promise to wait for him to get here to open it. Oh, damn. You gonna wait? You gonna peek? I mean, it might be more fun for the two of you to open it together and get excited about things. Yeah, that could be a thing. Okay, so we are just coming up on 2:00. Because of some technical difficulties, we're a little bit late starting with the sprint. So why don't you folks tell me, do you want another sprint? Do you want to stop? I'm sensing the desire for more sprints. That's what I'm kind of getting, but do let me know. Aiden says, chicken is cooked. I've set the stove to boil so the noodles can start cooking. Added some bits of chicken for flavored broth. Om nom nom. Might toss in a herb or two. Yeah, herbs are good. Add herbs. Sure. Yeah. Oscar's like, it's 2 for a moment. It's 3 here. Yeah, I'm an hour behind you. And quite a lot of the people in the chat are like 4 hours. No, more than that. Like 5 hours behind us. I'm always here for more time with Jack. Oh, that's nice. I think there's another stream starting up, so up to you. I'm here all afternoon. Just coming up to 8:00 where Casey is. I miss herbs. One of the things you have to give up during pregnancy. I think he just means like thyme and like basil and stuff, rather than anything more hefty than that. But I don't know. Maybe there are things about kitchen herbs in pregnancy I don't know. I typically toss in some pepper and salt regardless. Occasionally, I add some lemon pepper. Sounds good. Yeah. Well, spices in general, not just herbs. Yeah. I tend to overuse smoked paprika. Smoked paprika just makes a lot of things taste good. Or tamarind in anything with tomato. It just makes the tomatoier somehow. No serious kitchen herbs. They can cause contractions. Oh. Yeah, you wouldn't want that. Well, I really didn't know that. Yeah. I think that's I've never heard that before, but good thing you know it. That is an important thing to know. 5 in the East Coast, 6 in Central Time, 7 or 8 on the West. I think I'm not great at time zone math. Yeah, I think that's probably right. That sounds right. If you want to put weed in your food, go for it. I mean, it would make you care less about your head cold. Just saying. Don't know if it's good in soup. I would know nothing about such things, but But yeah, is that during daylight savings? Yeah, a lot of the states also has daylight savings, and it's mostly at the same time. Sometimes there's like a week in the difference, so we tend to be relatively constant relative to each other. Um, there's just a few. There's like a few days each year where they're suddenly an extra hour away from us. CB, you're off by a couple hours. 8 a.m. Central. Yeah. Perfected North American time zone math. Still working on extending beyond our oceanic borders. Yeah, yeah. I'd be similar. I'm relatively okay with European time zones, but I am still not necessarily um, not necessarily au fait with all of the American ones. I hate daylight savings. Yeah, me too. Well, I mean, I I don't mind falling back, but springing forward sucks. I'm in Italy. No idea about U.S. times. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You generally don't need to. Unintelligent CB. Stop saying mean things about yourself. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, Homer Simpson wannabe is fair enough. I mean, who wouldn't want to be Homer Simpson? He's got a pretty sweet life, to be honest. When I was talking to Sky earlier, switching internet provider, I quoted Tony Stark. Yeah, may as well. Like, he's got some good lines. Daylight savings is actually what killed my cat. She got used to the traffic being at certain times. Oh, poor kitty. Poor kitty. I I'm getting the impression that I'm actually more Homer Simpson than Tony Stark. Honestly, it's not a bad thing. I mean, Homer's maybe not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he doesn't have some of the issues that Tony does. It's probably a lot easier to live with. Anyway, I'm getting the impression that you guys want one more sprint, so I will do one more sprint, and then it will be time. It will be time to move on, and for me to eat food. Yeah, food is good. Homer season 1 or season 22? Season 4. Yeah, good choice. Didn't stick crayons up my nose when I was a kid, though, so yeah. See, you're doing better than Homer already. Both mess with me. Takes ages to get used to it. When I finally do, it starts to get changed again. Yep, you and the car radio. All right. Let's go. Doing beta reading, doing writing, doing whatever you're doing. Hands on your keyboards, get ready to go. In 3, 2, 1, sprint. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Let's have a look. Ooh, we've had some comments. Just saw the script. Hashtag I love Blanket Man. Yeah. Blanket Man's kind of become a thing in the last few streams because hey, I think it's a fun idea. I even arrived with the blanket over my head in one of them. And I'll have to look back to previous streams to figure out which one that is. CB's gonna take a nap. Yeah, it's good. Naps are good. Sleeping. Just don't do it like a horse. No standing nap. Lying down nap. Yeah. Casey wishing CB a good nap. And Casey says, not being productive. Instead, I'm watching the Olympics. Cool. Have a call with my boss for my mid-year review check-in, 30 minutes or so I'm not trying to start anything. Yeah. Going into that meeting calm is probably the most productive thing you can do right now anyway. Bit of chilling, watching the downhill ski or whatever it is. Ella says, skimmed through one document, journals, and gleaned the quotes I need. Excellent. That's cool. Hayden says, I've had a semi-successful start to this beta reading. It's hard balancing how nitty-gritty I am with not pushing too hard. Yeah. Because there's a couple of things you don't want to. It depends on what they've asked you for, how much you feel like cope with, but also like how much time you want to spend nitpicking, because the nitpickier you get, the longer it is going to take. I hope that you find a good balance. I hope it works out for you. Alright, as previously mentioned, it is time for me to go and get some food into me. So, boycotting the Olympics as I do every year because as much as international cooperation is important, I'd like to see some more spending on climate change in sports. Yeah, there's a lot of things that yeah, I see where you're coming from, but on the other hand, I also see why people will sort of go, well, me watching or not watching is not going to affect the giant political machine that is the Olympics. Because it's not just a case of if we all stopped watching, it would go away. It's an international stage for things. You do what feels best to you, but yeah, I kind of see both sides on that one. Personally, I'm boycotting the Olympics because I don't like sports. I don't like watching them. Quite like doing them, but sitting watching sports just makes me antsy. Except for pro wrestling. But that's more of a soap opera anyway. That's good background viewing. So it's not the movement so much as the... there's just not enough in it for me. Except when Ireland's playing the rugby. Then that can be fun to yell at. Anyway, I have been Jack Byron. I will be back on Thursday for more streaming at GMT 12 o'clock. If you want to see more of my streams now, you can look below, find more streams. If you want to look at other people's streams now that are live, you could click Devon's playlist that is also in the description box. If you want to see more streams like this, hit subscribe, ring the bell, all of those things. All those things that I am supposed to tell you as a YouTuber. Yeah, America America First is a hell of a drug. Yeah, bye, Casey. Bye, Hayden. Can't wait to see y'all later. Maybe you will see me in another stream once I have eaten some food. Until then, see you on Thursday. Bye bye.